So after I helped the Caribs take the South, the war to the north was on. I decided that I need my own country. And so me, Moron, was my elder advisor, Grayton, Andrew Neckner, and his now girlfriend, because Neil, originally joined because she was impressed by me. She originally had a crush on me, but I turned it down. I said she's too young for me. Go after Andrew Neckner. And now her and Andrew Neckner are best of friends. And so our forces advanced to Clincalow Province to take it. It was ripe for the taking, and Clincalow Castle was vulnerable. But to the north, the Builderun had won the war against the other powers and wiped them out. So to the Telecon, the Cableon, the Aquans, and the Essene. The Essene was led by Tyranno, who would be and his brother Ba Essene. Now Tyranno will be my greatest rival for the remainder of this story. And so he went to fight off against the Builderun forces to take the castle before the other Builderun forces did. As I finally took the castle and the province before the main Telecon forces arrived, I sensed over on the hillside Tyranno looking down on me. He locked eyes and then he turned around. In his head, he was saying, so he is the one that united the South. He is a shrewd and cunning man, willing to betray anyone to get ahead. He is a man to watch. And Andrew Neckner approached me and said, my lord, we have done it. Clincalow Province is ours. Now we can attack the north and secure a future of peace for ourselves. I said, yes, Neckner. I almost saw it out the sun. But Andrew Neckner, full of excitement, did not catch it. But Neil looked on from a distance, very suspiciously. So the war began. The Carib forces moved their forces through the vastness of Clincalow Province towards the border of the Builderun forces. The war was going smoothly, however it was slow. In order for the Caribs to advance forward, they allowed to go through Clincalow to reach the Builderun territory. The track was long. It was like almost a week travel, weeks long travel between using the technology they have. Of course, we had missiles and other technologies, but I was reluctant to use them, and Moron felt my reluctance. It was Grayton, who was more of a militaristic man, said, "My lord, why we don't use these things?" And I was like, "No, wait, are not affected people, even those people, the peoples of our enemies. I do not want to see a tyrant. Disloyal, yes, but a tyrant that kills and hurts innocent people, never." And so the war was going slow. The Builderun, led by Tyranno and the Essene, survived, and they were cunning. He was my equal in both strategy and in power. It was a deadlock. Unless we use unconventional weapons, the war will go nowhere. I had a discussion with Collagen in this country. I wanted to know his thoughts about the situation. Collagen said he could use an expansion around the south. And the Guardians, and by the Caribs, were weak. And basically, my forces were the ones doing all the heavy lifting and the heavy fighting, since we were more closer to the Builderun. And so I had no choice. For the sake of the people, for the sake of my forces, for us to survive, we had to cut our ties with the Caribs. And so, like the shrewdness I took last time, that was in the south, I sent a secret missive to King Telecon and told him, I will let you pass Clincalow and take the south in exchange for peace. I want the wars to end. Tyranno, who was the only one that objected to this, because the leaders of the Cableon and Aquans was like, not Aquans, the water management, were overly excited. Yay, the LaFleurs are finally going to join us. Only Tyranno saw through my rules, and he objected, but his objections were not heard. King Telecon accepted my offer, and decided, the plan was to have us fake a hunting. So we used the clone machine one last time to clone ourselves and to fake a defeat. And we go to the Caribs, so, oh, the LaFleurs are dead, they're dead, they're dead. And Collagen took that as a cue. Him and Suzuki goes off the country to the Caribs. And the master with Telcon, one march for cable on, and he's seen armies march through the Clincalow province towards the south where the Caribs were. And so King Carib went from a cool and calm, collected, conquering king to sniveling coward, panicking. LaFleur is dead. My whole empire hinged on one man. No, the master Batil army is coming. Oh, men, defend me! And the Caribs tried their best to defend off against the Bilderant, who said, surrender or die. The Caribs chose death. They put up a most valiant effort, but they were crushed and destroyed. At long last, Utopia was united under the reigns of the Bilderant. The Bilderant had finally won a territory. But now was the pivotal moment. I still held in Clincalow province. Collagen and Suzuki expanded their territory to the south. Now that the Bilderant had won, we had a large banquet of all our officers, and we were celebrating and drinking. I was with my crew, discussing the ways of the future. But Tehran Roll and Bai Sin were talking, discussing. Tehran Roll knew that now that the Bilderant had won, this loose alliance would not last, especially now that I was in the mix. If the Bilderant wanted to be divided, Tehran Roll wanted to ensure that the Unseen would last to be the victor, and that way he would face me in a final confrontation. And so it was to begin.